Well, welcome in for all of you wonderful people that are going to catch us on the replay. We appreciate that. And you just stick around and be very exciting as we go along tonight. But first, let me just say, man, we couldn't be the greatest YouTube channel if it wasn't for you all supporting us. So thank you very, very much for that. We do indeed appreciate everyone. We are your number one advice giving channel in the whole entire world. Yes, we are. We stake our claim to that. Me and Lily's here tonight. My dog Lily, I don't know where she's going. You know where you're going, Lily? You want to sit over here? All right, come on. Pat's in the house. Good to see you, Pat. How are you? Me and Lily hanging out. All right. You got to settle down. You're going to say, all right. So how's it going, Pat? Anything exciting happening? I was going to try to clean my glasses, but since Lily's here, I know she's going to get in the way. So I might have to wait a few minutes before I clean my glasses. My poor little doggy just wants to be loved. There she is. She's like, oh, scratch me, pet me, love me all you can. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, is that a good thing you think, Pat? Is it a good conference, a bad conference? Going to do that in the morning? Right, at 2 tomorrow. Quit, Lily. It's a good one, nice. Quit. Here, lick this. Is he excited or nervous or? Quit. Lily. I know it's your bedtime. You want to go to bed, go to bed. I'm not going to bed. If you want to go to bed, you can go to bed. I'm not going to bed. All right? Don't look at me like that. You know where the bed is. I'm not going. I don't want to go to bed. No, not doing it. So he likes the teacher? Oh, that's good. I always like the pretty teachers. Megan's in the house. Good to see you, Megan. We got 25 people in the background. Don't be shy, everybody. Come forward. Say hi. Announce yourself. Let me know who's here. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. This is a safe channel for everybody. And we love having everybody from every part of the world. So don't be shy. We can answer any question you have. We can indeed. We give out free advice. We only e-beg for $5 million, and that's it, nothing more. Megan, good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Shannon, I hope that's how I pronounce your name. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Thank you for joining us tonight. My glasses are dirty. We do appreciate everybody. Like I said, we are in America. We have all the answers to everything, so you guys don't be shy. If you want to be a troll, you're welcome. It's not going to work too well for you, but you're welcome to be here. I got to clean my glasses real quick, otherwise I can't see the chat. All I can see is a fat, blurry guy in front of me. So give me a second. Want to be a troll, you're welcome. It's not going to work too well for you, but let me clean these glasses, man. I am excited. I got some kind of good news today. You guys are all going to think it's silly news, but I got what made me happy today. Hey, I can see now. You're over in the Persian Gulf? Nice. That's right, Pat says. Hello, Megan. Nice to see you all. We're in America, by the way, down by these. We're 9 hours from the Gulf of America is where we're currently at. But thank y'all for being here. Excited to have you guys here already. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have a question. Elders in the house talking about Jesus will never hate you following his teachings. Elder, I love trolls. Trolls are some of my favorite people because I use them as a teaching moment or a teaching lesson. We don't have a lot of trolls and we don't focus on the negative on this channel. We don't care what religion you believe in or what religion you don't believe in. This channel, everybody's welcome for every walk of life. Every opinion has value. We don't talk about children and we don't bully people on this channel. Other than that, welcome everybody. Thank you all for being here. We have a friend in from Mexico, Saul Jaw. Good to see you from Mexico. Been there. Got our good friend from the Persian Gulf still here. Thank you for that. Shaina, I don't know how to pronounce it. I may have to just call you Shay. Maybe that'll help me. Shaynan. True Pat says, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm from New Jersey, Saul Jar says. Then why did you say Mexico? Oh, the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the first part of that. Sorry. No, it's the Gulf of America. And my New Jersey friend, my history goes back to New Jersey. But what I'll say is I do think the name Gulf of America is incorrect. I think it should be called the Gulf of the Americas. That's the proper name for it. So, but good to have you in here. Appreciate that. Elder says, so I can't talk about, you can talk about anything you want on my channel. I don't care what religion you are. As I said, I don't care what religion you are or what religion you are not. That has no effect on anything. You can say anything you want as long as you don't say anything about children and we don't pick on anybody. We allow everybody to express their opinions and their ideals without judgment. So you can say anything you want under those conditions. That help? I hope it makes sense to you. A bit sketchy. What's sketchy? Or selective. Why is that? Because I allow everybody to speak. So what's wrong with me saying everybody in the world can have a voice on my YouTube channel? Not caring what religion you are or what religion you are not. What is wrong with that? Kind of, but no. Saul Jaw says, okay. That's kind of how I see it. The Gulf of America. Strawberry with cream, yum. Oh, this is strawberry margarita. But can you explain how that's a so-called troll? I'm not saying you're a troll. No. You misunderstood. You misunderstood. I said I enjoy trolls on my YouTube channel because I use them for a teaching moment. I didn't say, if I did, I misspoke. I didn't say you particularly was a troll. I didn't say that or didn't mean that. What I meant to say, if you didn't understand, is I don't mind trolls because I use what they say as a teaching moment. Craig is good in the house, all the way from down under. We appreciate you, Craig. How are you, buddy? How's things going? Pat says hello. I'm the biggest troll of them all. And the trolls, I like trolls. I like people that have different opinions than me. You know, we always have really good dialogue on this channel. We believe in that. We believe in the First Amendment of America. We do indeed. So, Craig, what's going on in your part of the world? Pat, things going. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow myself, Pat. I got a get up myself and go do some doctor's appointments tomorrow, Pat. Pat, I need to send you that Amazon thing, Pat, is what I need to do. And then if anybody, let me throw this out there for anybody. If anybody would ever like to do a combination live stream with us, let me know and we can set it up to where you can come on the live stream. Pat says he teaches that. We do. Certified Ripper, hello, first time here. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Much respect. Hope you like, subscribe, share, become a member, donate $5 million to us, whichever you prefer. It's fine. Pat says, all right, we can do that. I need to send you that thing I told you about the other day. Mr. Lawson's in the house. I am here tonight, hopefully for a while, but my parents make me go to bed. Well, you got to listen to mom and dad. There's a real simple rule in life. If you live with mom and dad, you got to listen to mom and dad because it's their house, their rules, just the way it is. Even if you're 45 years old and you live with your mama and you're in your mama's basement, you still need to listen to your mama because your mama is the one that you're living with. Got it? So, and I know you know that, Lawson. You're a good guy. Let's see. I like your shirt and hat. That's my style. Looks good. Yeah, I wear, as Pat and everybody else can get attest to, tropical shirts and fedoras and flat caps are kind of my style. It's what I do, my stick. I wear them everywhere all year round. What about when trolls attack you and your family personally? Fight back or ignore? Well, Craig, here's what I'm going to say about that. If you can have fun and entertain yourself with the trolls, then do it. Fight back. If it's something that you can turn into your advantage, do it. But 99% of the time, when they attack you personally and the family, delete them and don't engage. Got my eyeballs here. Let me see. Saul Jaws says, no country technically owns the Gulf, as it is borders 3 separate countries. See, that's what my point is. United States, Mexico, and Cuba. Under provision of the United Nations Convention, the law of the sea. I still think it ought to be called the Gulf of Americas. And Cuba should be called, the Bahamas to the west. Let's hear what you say, facts of Gulf of Mexico. I don't know what you're asking, Saljal. You can call it the Gulf of Mexico all you want. It's okay with me. You have a right to call it anything you want. If I wanted to call it the Gulf of Persia, then I could call it the Gulf of Persia. So if I wanted to call it a nasty, dirty body of water, I could call it that. So it's up to you what you want to call it, right? I call it the Gulf of Americas because I think that's appropriate. Fight back in this case. All right. If you can entertain yourself, right? I'm really big on entertainment. If I like the trolls that you can turn into a joke, make fun of them, and get them to cry and go, ooh, ooh, he made fun of me, he made fun of the fact that I live in my mama's basement and have a little bitty wiener. I like those. I've been feeling better. Good. We're hoping you're feeling better, Lawson. I am. We're really glad that you got feeling better, my friend. Got me going on the hat and shirt. That's right, man. You got to join the Tropical Shirt Club. So we like all of our tropical shirt people. You got to get into the Tropical Shirt 5. Well, there's Galactic Gaming. Are you still in Vegas? Las Vegas. Guys, there's 12 people in the live and only 12 likes. There you go. Only 12 likes so far. That's all right. We'll get there. We'll get even better. Lawson's 11. Thank you, Lawson, for reminding everybody to appreciate us. I got back from Vegas this morning at 9 a.m. Now it's 3 a.m. and I'm still not asleep. That's because you're all jazzed up, man. Our good friend Craig, if you're blue, remember you can drop a link if you want to. Craig is dropping a link to a video. What's your video going to be about, Craig? Give us a simple synopsis. Pat saying hello to you. Good to see you, Pat. Appreciate everybody coming in and everybody who certified ripper wants to be the tropical shirt guy too. You can get them at Walmart really cheap, secondhand stores, or you can order them from Temu. But I encourage everybody to adopt the tropical shirt vibe. It makes you happy. My philosophy, the video is about fighting back. Okay, I'll check it out. My philosophy about tropical shirts, everybody, is this. We all have heard the saying, you want to dress for the job you want, not the job you have. I dress for how and where I want to be, not where I am. Oh, yes. Really good trip in Vegas. I bet you. You came back with your kidneys, so it's a really good trip. Anytime you can go to Vegas and not wake up in a bathtub full of ice, you got a really successful trip. Very hot, never experienced. Oh, really? It wasn't that hot? Wow. It's like that in America quite a bit, quite a bit, Galactic. Rob, it's really like that a lot here. Yeah, the homeless survive under the tunnels in Vegas. Yes. They got a whole underground city. Galactic saying hello to you, Pat. So, good to see you. Yeah, you had a good time in Vegas, man. I saw them out there dancing with showgirls and hookers and all that stuff. Yes, it's definitely a tourist town. If you go off the strip, a half a mile, it's normal prices. But anywhere close to the strip in Vegas is crazy. I'm going to see if I can find that video, Craig. Pickstar is a story of retaliatory greed and karma. Is that the one you sent, Craig? Got a guy here with a cigarette in his ear. One of the videos that you made. Nice. I encourage you guys to go click on that link that Craig dropped. I'm watching it. No? The link came up wrong. This isn't. This isn't the video you sent me, Greg? Hot, yeah. I have the air conditioning off today. Want me to check the Facebook? I will do that. Thomas says hello. Yes, it is. All right. Everybody said hello to Thomas. I guess we lost some people because, they didn't like me. So we had people run away already. We scared people off already, Craig. Oh, my God. I'm checking my messenger. Or did you send me an email, Rob? Send me an email? Hang on. Thomas, hello to you. Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. What are you confused about, my friend Craig? What are we confused? I'm happy to make you, to confuse everybody. So, I thought you were sending me a message about fighting back against trolls. Or, a video. I thought that's what that was. Galactic, did you send me something through Facebook or email? Thomas, how are you? Craig says, yes, it is. I'm so confused. Me too, man. I'm always confused, buddy. Lawson says he's feeling better tonight. He was sickly. He had to miss the wedding. So he had to come home early and be sick, man. But he's doing better now. I got the yard mowed today. I didn't do it. Didn't do it. I got doctor's appointments tomorrow and Monday. I got to get ready for stuff. Messenger. That's right. Should not have attacked my wife. No turning back. I agree. Craig, if it's okay, just making sure. I'll try to pull that up and turn the sound on, and at least we can listen to the sound and watch the camera a little bit. My phone lagged out. Did you see the photo? No. Oh, here it is. I see it now. It just came through. Oh, I saw this photo on Facebook. Yeah. With the dancing girls? Yes, I did. Are those boys or girls, Rob? Did you check to see if those are really girls? Because even in America, it's kind of like Thailand in America now. You kind of got to check to whether to find out if they're lady boys or not. Okay, Craig. Lorelai just messaged me and said, hey, somebody messaged you in Facebook. Like, I know that. I'm in Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Lorelai. I got it under control, girl. All right, let me get back to Yuba Tuba. See if I can find that again.
Greed and karma.
We're going to watch a quick video from Craig.
A story of betrayal, greed, and karma. This is Kanosk. The scammer gets scammed. Our hero is a dreamer, a go-getter, a mover, and a shaker. Okay? Maybe not that last one. After failing at farming, after wasting fields of squash, after blaming everyone but himself, our hero had a new plan. Close-ups, wobbly chairs, tables nailed together, second-hand kitchen gear, dodgy gas lines taped up with duct tape. If it could be done cheaper, it was. If it could be done wrong, it was. The obese expat smoking, waving his arms proudly in front of the restaurant. Scene 3. The miracle launch. Montage. Locals eating, some laughing, others coughing discreetly. Cash registers, sound effect on loop. And against all logic, Kanosk was a hit. His accountant couldn't believe the numbers. 3 weeks in, he was already talking franchises. The expat puffing smoke and bragging. We're global, baby. Next stop, Kanosk, Dubai. Scene 4. The excuses. Someone asks for proof of the success. Expat angrily. No cameras! It's against the law now to film people in the Philippines. Of course, another excuse. Another scam. But this time, he wasn't the only one running a game. Scene 5. The sting. Shots of delivery guys arriving. Phones out. Filming for promotion. The expat grins, thinking he's being smart. Free advertising. What he didn't know was they weren't delivery men. They were hired. Hired to show the world what was really happening inside Kanosk. Final scene. The big twist. Social media feeds flashing across screen. Shaky footage of greasy kitchens. Rat sneer bins. Dodgy wiring. Sparking. The scammer had been scammed. His secrets spilled online for everyone to see. And the funniest part, he's still too dumb, too arrogant to realize it. End card, Kanosk. Opening soon, closing sooner.
I like it, Craig. Let's see. Let me figure out how to get this back to normal now.
You just need Etsy. Check out the app for one.
So what that was about was Craig has had somebody who a troll, a turd in the Philippines, an expat in the Philippines. I'm gonna guess, Craig. If I get anything wrong, let me know. He's had an expat who's a piece of crap in the Philippines attack Craig and his family personally. So Craig's made this video, this parody, the fairy tale video, as a kind of a parody to that situation. So it's probably one of those stupid American expats or one of those British expats. It could be that one Australian expat. Anytime, Craig, you know, we got your back, buddy. We got your back. So, I'm just curious. Why did he want to attack you? You're one of the calmer, easiest going people in the world. So, why would he want to attack him? And the other big thing, and I'll say this, I think it should be, you know, look, you can attack me and make fun of me all you want. If I had children, I think that would be off limit. You know, my wife is on YouTube a lot, so I think it's fair to attack her. She can handle it herself. But when you go to attack people that are not on YouTube, I think that's off limits. And I think it just shows how big of a coward you are if what you have to do is attack other people. One thing we don't do on this channel, if you haven't figured out, is we don't attack anybody. I have opinions and I give opinions, but if I don't like a YouTube channel, I think a lot of these guys out there on YouTube are idiots and morons and stupid and a waste of space. I think they're filthy, dirty, nasty, and I think they're perverts and thieves and hustlers. But I don't attack them. I just don't watch them. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to be a part of their world. And there's a lot of them that way. There's a lot of the Filipinas that are, you know, basically whores on camera trying to get money for nothing. I'm just not part of that. But I do think everybody has the right to voice their opinion about anything they want. And if you get offended, one thing I've learned over the years about psychology, when somebody says something about you and you get highly offended, well, then there's a whole lot of truth in that, you know. Craig says he sent his supporters to my wife's channel. See, that's chicken shit. Gutless, dude, do it himself, false reports and cyber attacks on her, cross the line, scam and lies for 7 years. Yeah, you know, and I think what that is, and I agree, Greg, it's cowardness. You know, and we kind of talk about this, right, with people sometimes. One, we try not to attack people. Two, I would never ask you guys to go and attack somebody that I don't like. And there's a lot of tubers I don't like. But I would never ask you guys to go and attack them, say anything bad about them. I wouldn't ask you to do that. That's on you if you want to do that, but I would never encourage you to do it. Because I think it would just show that I'm weak and I'm a coward myself. And you know, just kind of the way it is. But Greg, you've probably been handling it as well as anything over the years. So, but you know, we have your back. We support you and your wife. And if you need us to do anything, we're happy to do it. But a lot of these expats that live in the Philippines, they are true. I hate to say it because a lot of them I know, but some of them, you know, some are good, but a lot of them from all over the world are nothing but scumbags. A lot of expats that live in foreign countries, nobody wants them in their home countries. So they have to go live somewhere else because nobody wants them around. Either their children hate them, they can't pay child support, so they pack their bags and they leave, or they're drunks and alcoholics and they got to go live somewhere else. So that's what happens. Not everybody by any stretch, but there's a lot of them that are that way. They're over in the foreign countries hiding because they can't survive in America because nobody wants them in America. Or they got so much back child support. Or they, you know, have debt. They've ran up all of their bills and ran away. You know, or they're under indictment. You know, I've seen where there's been expats who have been caught traveling, and what they do is they think if they could get out of America before their trial date, they can get away with it. So, kind of crazy, everybody. But, you know, what are we going to do? I am okay with, calling a spade a spade. Yeah, a criminal record. That's right. They're running from a criminal record. So they have a criminal record in their home country. They can't function on a high level in their home country. And they got fines to pay. They don't want to pay them because, hey, it's not my fault that I got 10 DWIs. Whatever it may be, I might be facing jail time the next time I get a DWI. So they run off to these countries to hide. I've told you guys the story that when Lorelai and I were living in the Philippines, and after Typhoon Odette hit us and wiped us out, we were in the lobby of a hotel on the far side of the island where they finally had electricity after 10, 12 days. A lot of expats there. A lot of people at that big hotel because it had power. And we ran into a guy, he's in his 80s, funny guy, reminded me of kind of like Dennis Rodman, but not so tattooed. But I was talking to him and he flatly told me, the only reason I'm here is because I have no family that likes me in America. And I can come here, I have $4,000 a month in income, so I can sit around and watch sports and get drunk as much as I want, and then I can have some of the little neighbor girls come over and give me a blowjob once in a while, and I don't got to do anything but sit and drink. I can't do that in America, but I can do that in the Philippines. That's what he told me. He told Lorelai and I both. We were just sitting there chatting to the guy. I agree. And America's doing that, Craig. A lot of people are mad at American government because we've started to cancel visas. And a lot of people got mad about all the Filipinos that got kicked off the cruise ships. But what you have to understand is we have a right as a country, and your country does too. Philippines does too. To cancel any visa at any time for any reason. A lot of people in America, the woke, are going, oh my God, he should get a hearing. He should be able to justify. No, you don't understand. When you apply for a visa to another country, it states that country has the right to vacate your visa at any time for any reason. So, I agree with you, man. And if they find out that it's been filed falsely, under false pretenses, in America at least, that's one of the big no-nos. And you get to go straight, to detention in America for filing false paperwork. It's a big deal. That's a crazy shit. I think maybe the only good solace you can think about is some of these people in the Philippines, Craig, that you're mentioning or referencing. People like that. Here's the funny thing. For them, living in the Philippines, being an expat, having a YouTube channel, is the best that they're ever going to be. They have reached the pinnacle of their life. This is it. There is nothing better. They've never, ever achieved more than what they have currently, and they're never going to have more. So a lot of guys are like that, and so that's where they get the big head. They think they got power. They think they can manipulate and lie and bully because they think they're somebody special because they live in a foreign country, right? And maybe they get a wife or a girlfriend, or they put them on YouTube, all the sexy girls, because girls are desperate for money in third world countries. And it blows their head up. It makes them think, oh my God, I am so great. A lot of us high-functioning people sit back and look at them as being pathetic, as being totally pathetic. Because that's the pinnacle of their life. They're not doing any good in the Philippines or Thailand or Mexico or anywhere else. Young man Dennis Bolin in the house. My experience with Philippine people in cities is not good. Basically scammers, but hide behind being stupid. Yes. Dennis is in the house. Everybody said hello to Dennis. How are you, Dennis? I do think you got a point. I do think a lot of people, you're talking about Philippine citizens, real Filipinos. Craig is kind of talking about the expats. I do think a lot of Filipinas and Filipinos do play stupid. I agree with you. In my city, well, in the cities, I think they play stupid and ignorant to get what they want. Dennis, Pat saying hello, hello, Pat, and all. So I don't disagree. And the other side of the coin is maybe the locals in countries play stupid to get what they want. The foreigners play the arrogant card or the superiority card. Look at me, I'm superior to you, therefore you should kiss my feet and worship me. You know, the other ones are playing dumb and hustling you. Actually, they are somewhat stupid. I think they're short-sighted, Dennis. I've always been amazed in life in general how short-sighted people can be and are. You know, they will work so hard to get $1 today versus working hard to get $10 tomorrow. They're short-sighted. They don't see the big picture, the long run. And that's everybody. That's always blown my mind. How many people can't see beyond tomorrow? You don't experience that in Mexico or Colombia or Venezuela. So, well, we're at war with Venezuela, so, you know, we had to bomb one of their drug boats the other day, apparently. Yeah, and I don't really, I've never been there, so I don't know, but I agree with you about the Philippines. I do think there's a lot of hustles that go on there. Maybe it's what I was talking about the other day. Remember, I was talking about how it seems like the Filipino women have it inbred in them to be able to smile and flirt and get men to fall in love with them easily, right? So it's kind of built into them. And so I think that. So maybe like gypsies, you know, we have what we call gypsies in America. I'm sure other parts of the world too. People from like Romania. In America, they got a really bad rap of being, you know, the women are good looking, but they're hustlers, right? Scammers and hustlers. But it's part of their culture. It's part of their ideology. It's so inbred in them that they're never going to shake that or get away from that. And I think maybe the Philippines has some of that. They're so effing daft. Yeah, I understand. Daft. I understand. And, but I think that's just part of it. I really do. You know, and I think the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, they all have similar things that are inbred into them. There's Galactic Gaming back in the house all the way from Vegas. Dennis Galactic was in Las Vegas last week partying up with all the strippers. I told him I was glad to see that he made it home with both kidneys, because in Vegas we have a history of people having one of their kidneys taken out. What's my thought on stacking silver? Well, Galactic, what do you mean by, I don't know what stacking silver is. You mean collecting silver bars? Like gold bars? I think collecting precious metals is very, very smart. But stacking silver, I'm not quite for sure what you mean by that. Or do you mean old women? Oh my God, but it was worth it. 3 SDs, but it was worth it. Oh my God, at least you got your kidney. I wonder if there's a science behind the brain capacity in North America versus... brain capacity? Yeah, I don't know, Dennis. Oh, I think investing in precious metals is excellent. Excellent. I do it. I don't do much, but I've done it. I've got punched at the SN Mall in Negros Occidental, Philippines. Big old Philippine guy hit me in the bathroom You damn American taking wives. I got punched through the bathroom quick. That's fun. Man, that's crazy, Pat. I've never had anybody touch me in the Philippines or say a crossword to me. Hello, Dennis Craig's in the house. Hello to you, the great legend. Got out of the restroom quick, yeah? Well, Pat, and you're a nice guy. I mean, to be honest, if somebody hit me in the bathroom, I would take their head and shove it and bust it through the toilet, as hard as I could. But I get it. You're a nice guy. So, and I don't blame you for leaving. But I got to admit, I've never had anybody but family members treat me badly in the Philippines. But yeah, but my personality is a lot different, Pat, so it's okay. I have no problem smashing somebody's head in a toilet. Not that I've ever done it more than once or twice, but no. What does the rest of you guys think about buying precious metals? Is anybody else into that? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Rob, Galactic Gaming is wanting to know what we think about hoarding precious silvers, precious gold, precious metals. I thought at first when he was saying silver, he meant old women. I thought he was collecting old women that he met in America. I don't think you should collect old women, no. You should let old women be free-ranged. Helium-3 mining is the way to go. There you go. All right. We bought precious metals over the years. I haven't bought anything in several years. But, we bought in some over the years. If you ask my wife has a whole bunch of it. It's all in the bathroom in her jewelry box. Now I just told you where the jewelry box is hid. I'm going to have to move it now. But my wife has her own collection. We don't mind that, I think being diversified financially is a smart way to go. Real estate, prostitution, drugs, gold, silver. No, I don't mean all that, Gambling. I've been watching too much of the reruns of the Sopranos, talking about drugs and prostitution and gambling. Saudi gold is cheaper. We got friends that was running, and that's what we did. We got friends that were flying back and forth to Saudi quite a bit, and Dubai and stuff, and we'd have them buy gold and bring it back. And it was way cheaper doing that than it was buying it in America. That's right, we did. Yeah, you guys all know we lost about $10,000 when we went on vacation one year. So we went on vacation, had a house sitter, a friend's daughter, and Lorelei lost about 10 grand worth of jewelry. And we thought it was strange that right after we got back, the girl bought a car and had a down payment for her car. And then about a week or two later, Lorelei was looking for some jewelry, and we figured out that, there's about 10 grand of jewelry missing. And the dad never knew where the daughter got the money to buy the car at. Well, I know where the hell she got the money at. And that's why, Dennis, we lock it up now. When we have all the Filipinas here dancing, we lock it up. It gets locked up in the safe where nobody can get to it. So Lorelei did think one of them went in there one time without us knowing and swiped something. So there's two occasions, Dennis, you're right. Not only the friend's kid, but we did have a time where somebody else went in, and Lorelei think they went in to change clothes and they took something with them. So you're right about that, Dennis. And so now nobody changes clothes in our room. So I make it off limits. Nobody can change clothes or anything in our room. Off limits totally. It's horrible, Galactic. Well, it is, but No, she didn't. I don't know where she is now, but no. Her dad, didn't know where she got all the money to put down on a car because he didn't give it to her and she didn't have any. And I don't know. I don't see the dad anymore. And I didn't flat out accuse her, but I explained and laid everything out to the dad, and Dad was like, that sounds logical. because she also had a party at our house while we were gone, which we told her do not to do. So, actually, the girl that did the girl that stayed here while we were on vacation was Hispanic. The girl that went into the bedroom to change clothes was a Filipina, and you know she was a Filipina, or is a Filipina. So we've had it happen. So we've learned lessons the hard way. We hide all the cash. You know, after, you know, I'll tell you, well, one thing we got to do with our dogs is protect them. I'm still a little miffed because I think some of those kids killed my dog. You know, I can't prove it, but you know, my dog Daisy, my dog, the black dog that was with me all the time, is dead. And she had a heart condition. But at that one Christmas party we had, I think those kids that were here beat the living snot shit out of her or dropped her so much that it really hurt her. Or in October, it's Halloween party. Because right after the party, she started having big heart issues. And I think they kicked her and beat her and hurt her. So I have a thing now about, man, you touch my dog, I'm going to cut your freaking nuts off. So Jeff says, sorry, I had to go for a little bit, but I am back now. Everybody say hello and say, welcome back. Lawson's feeling better. So the girl that stole the second round was Filipina. The little kids that I think hurt my dog, and then 5 months later, she's dead. But for 5 months, she started, suffering heart failure. I think they kicked her and hit her and dragged her around and hurt her. You know, little mother effers. Man, I'm telling you, that pissed me off, man. Yeah, I don't care about the damn jewelry. I can buy new jewelry for Lorelei, but to beat up on my dog, to hurt my dog, man, if I would have caught them, I would have thrown them out and beat them, murdered them, fed them to my piranha fish tank or something bad. I'd be pissed, dude. That doesn't sound like right. No, I know. Yeah, my speculation is this. It's only speculation. So the day of the Halloween party, she's fine. Normal. She has a heart condition, but she's fine. By the time we go to bed, her heart is irregularly beating out of her chest. Can't get it to calm down. Well, Lorelei remembers them trying to give her chocolate, which the chocolate didn't do it, because there's not you got to give a dog real solid chocolate, a lot of chocolate to hurt him. But they were playing with Daisy. Lily ran away. Lily was smart. She ran and hid. But they apparently was dragging Daisy around the house back in the back by the bathroom. They had her corner in the bathroom. I didn't know this at the time, but I found out later that they had Daisy back there dragging her around and trying to sit on her and trying to carry her around and dropping her and shit. And my dog Daisy was such of a easygoing dog, non-violent, that, I think they beat the shit out of her. Pisses me off to this day. They did. I know that they treated my dog badly and these are kids under the age of 8. So, really made me mad. Because right after that, and everybody's gone, I'm checking out my dog, looking at my dog, and my dog is suffering. I got to take her to the vet the next day or two, the next week, and for some reason her heart all of a sudden went from being stable to be extremely unstable. Then she dies 4 months later. So pissed me off. What makes me mad is this. Parents need to supervise their children when they take their children to somebody else's house. Well, I know it's kids, Craig. I get that. But I'm more frustrated at mom and dad, or mom, who is too busy karaokeing and having a good time than to monitor her children. It's kind of like we're not Walmart. You know, I see so many people that bring their children to Walmart and say, go free and roam Walmart, and they terrorize Walmart. We're not Walmart. Hey, it's me, it's Maria. Big thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Hello, how are you, Maria? Everybody say hello to Maria. Yeah, I know, Lawson. It just, you know, my dog's dead. So what can I do? But maybe I grew up differently. I grew up at a time in life when you didn't let your kids destroy Walmart. You didn't go to Walmart with your children and set them free so they could roam the aisles and terrorize and play with all the toys and not put them back and sit on people's food. One thing that drives me crazy, I hate it when I see little nasty dirty children sitting on soda and water and dry goods at Walmart. They think it's all a chair. You know, I don't get your nasty ass off of that food. That's somebody's food. You know, mom and dad should get you off of that. Maria's good. Good to see you, Maria. Hi, Maria. From the man, the myth, the legend, Dennis. He's asking, how are you doing, guys? Are we doing good? We're doing good. I think so. We had a bunch of people in the house earlier, but I offended them and they ran away. So, well, that's all right. Tonight is my night to offend people, I guess, Maria. So, but that's okay. I don't mind. Videos, Maria. Yeah, if you got anything you want to drop, Maria, you know you're blue, so you can drop your channel link. Dennis, as you know, as I told everybody, Craig, everybody knows Dennis doesn't have a channel. But Pat, anybody want to drop a link to their channel, they can. Want to drop a video, you know. You want to drop a sexy picture of me, you can. I sell them online. So, you know, but that's just, I don't know. It just drives me crazy sometimes. Human behavior. Human behavior. Maria's saying, ooh, hello, Dennis. Dennis likes videos of pretty women. Pretty women. Or is that pretty woman? Pretty women. Woman? Women? I don't know. Craig saying hello to you. So, but we're doing all right, to be honest. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow and next week and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But for the most part, we're doing good. Lorelai's doing good. I think she's joined a dancing group, is what I think she's done. She's going to be a dancer again at one of these Filipino, like the Christmas party, the Filipino Christmas party, she told me today. That I think she's going to be one of the performers with the dance troupe. Pat says, we had teenagers shooting bows and arrows at the gun booth as they pay out Walmart. Yes. There's hunting stuff. Those kids got kicked out of Walmart. It's crazy, right? I don't know why they think Walmart's a playground. Lawson's reminding, hey, Dennis, I'm glad you're here. I don't know if you heard, but Lawson's reminding everybody about my $5 million e-begging. I have a new twist to my e-begging. And I think you might appreciate this. Because I know you're a smart guy with money. So here's what we've decided. You like my background? That's my wife's fishing tank, or fish tank, not fishing. That's my wife's tank. And then that's me. Crazy stuff, it is. Blue Hawk, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. And the boys and girls dance. Then they dance better than the Filipinos? I don't disagree with that. I can't argue with that. Maria says, boy, I sure do wish I could donate $5 million. I wish I could donate $5 million too, because if I could donate $5 million, woo, we'd be smoking. Woo. But so here's my new thing about the $5 million. I've decided, as an enticement to the donatee, that whoever, when that money is donated to me, after I die, after my wife is dead, after we're done with the house, the $2.5 million house we're going to buy with the $5 million, we will deed the house back to the person that gives us the $5 million. Great profile, yes. Dennis likes your profile. So the next question, Maria, are you single? Thank you, thank you. But you would lose 30%, I know. Well, in America, you lose about 50%. It's like the lottery in America is 1.4 billion. The estimate after taxes, you would get roughly 600 million. But you're right. I know what you're saying, Craig. The 5 million, that's right. Yes, Maria is single. Remember, Dennis, she's the girl that goes golfing. Remember? She has the sister. You don't remember her, do you, Dennis? You got so many women chasing you, Dennis. You don't remember who Maria is. She's the golfer. Her sister comes to the live streams a lot. Hey, there's Nisha. Nisha, how are you, young lady? Good to see you. How is school going? Pat says, hey, that's right. You got to pay those taxes, man. Yes, remember the golf video? Okay, good. Just wondering, Dennis. I didn't know if you were getting old on me. Starting to lose your memory. Wow, no tax on lottery in Australia until interest. Yeah, it is here, man. You like that, Maria? Hey, Pat from Nisha. Dennis, say hello to Nisha. It's going good, good. I'm glad school's going well. Hello to you from everybody. You guys all like, subscribe, and share to one another, if you would, please. If you haven't already done that. But you're right. I would have to pay taxes on the $5 million. That's why the $2.5 million would be set aside to pay the taxes, insurance, property taxes on the $2.5 million house. That's why I can't buy a $5 million house with $5 million. In America, you never own anything. The government always gets you. That's right, Dennis says, wow, the Indian Einstein Nisha is in the house. She is in the house. Lorelai would say hi if she was here, Nisha. But I made Lorelai go to work today. Speaking of golf, I played in a golf tournament last Tuesday and did pretty decent. Nice. What did you shoot? Maria is an expert golfer, professional golfer in the Philippines. So she could probably help you out. But what did you score? What did you score? Are you going to play in college? Are you on the high school team? What are you going to do that? Oh, Dennis. By the way, Maria, Dennis says, I watched your golfing videos many, many times. Woo! I saw me some golfing. No. Dennis likes golf. I can't watch golfing videos. Oh my, I know. But Dennis is single. He's a good catch. You got my word on it. And I know you're single. Pat's single. I'm not. Nisha's single. Craig's not. Lawson says, I forgot my score, but I will play in the 9th grade and hopefully play in college. Good. Keep working it hard. You got to study, but, if you're going to play any sport, you got to hone your skill set. Yes, Dennis is single. I know. He's single and mingling. Is that what it is? Wait. I'm single and I like to mingle. Is that the saying? What is that saying? Dennis is single and ready to mingle. I think it's the saying. Ready to mingle. That's right. So, Nisha, I'm glad school's going good for you. You keep it up and keep doing a good job. And you'll be the leader of your country in no time. Nisha knows, that's right. She's the smart one in the group. We got great faith in you, Nisha. We know you and Lawson are going to conquer the world the older you get. I say, honestly, I'm pretty good. I hit my drive 180 to 195 consistently. I've been practicing for about 3 years. Nice. But are you saying you hit the ball 180 to 195 inches or yards? Just asking. Yeah. Maybe you can watch Donald Trump play golf. Or Maria, you can watch some of her golfing videos. She's truly a professional. I no lie. You know, Pat, I haven't seen Gabe in quite a while. One of our other young friends, Gabe, I haven't seen him in a while. I have not. But I haven't been doing many late videos either. Yards, all right, I'm just double checking with you because you never know, you know. Just checking on you, Lawson. But there's a lot of people that come and go. You know, it's kind of like, a lot of people come in and say hi, then they go do their own live streams. They just stop by to kind of let people know that they're around. There's a lot of people, that get bored. Dennis wants more videos, Maria. Maria, are you going to do more videos again? Yes. See, I told you, man. Maybe Dennis will come golfing with you if you invite him. Dennis, would you like to go golfing with Maria? Maria's giving you encouragement, Lawson, telling you you're doing good for your age. Just keep it up and keep working at it. I don't golf, to be honest, and I've never golfed. I drove around in a golf cart drinking beer one time, but I've never golfed. But I think technique is very important in golf, right? Technique. So work on your technique. Davis Blankenhubit, yes. Well, Dennis can caddy. Well, Dennis can just hire the caddy and just run around and hang out with you guys and have lunch. Cupid is better than stupid. It's kind of a borderline for me, Dennis. I'm borderline. I don't know, man. I'm borderline. You got to play a lot of golf to improve. I think, I don't really know. I think golf really isn't my thing. I like driving the golf cart. And when I was younger, when we were living in Florida, my brothers liked to play, and I hated it. I thought it was stupid. So I just drove the golf cart and drank beer while they played golf. That's what was my job. And watch for alligators. We had to watch for alligators. That was the other job I had. My job was to holler if there's any alligators coming out of the ponds. Oh, yeah, Maria has plans, but she's busy working online. That's right. She's busy working online. I remember that. Dennis says, okay, I can't wait. And if you need help making videos, you just call me and let me know, and I can hold the camera for you. Is that right, Dennis? We've been trying to make some videos recently, trying to grow the channel a little bit. We are finally over 4,000 subscribers, thanks to all of you guys, by the way. So we finally got over 4,000 subs. So Craig, watch for the kangaroos on golf courses there. Yeah, I don't know which is meaner, kangaroos or alligators, but I think they're both something you got to watch for. No, yes, Maria says, Nisha says, hee hee. Our good friend Ayu, Desi in the house. Hello, vlog in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. I think you're in the Philippines, or are you in India? I can't remember. So good morning. Everybody said hello to her, to their vlog. I think they're in India, if I remember right. Right? I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, my brain doesn't work too good. And you, I'm from India. See, I thought so. I thought so. Welcome in to the crazy world of America. Yes. America, the Philippines, Canada, Australia, India, and parts unknown. Nisha says, India for sure. Because Nisha's from India. She is one of the smartest young ladies you'll ever meet. And I'm not saying that just because she gave me $1. So, but yeah, if you guys didn't notice, I forgot to charge that. We are over 4,000 subscribers. So that's a good thing for us. Now our next goal is 4,100. Mayo sandwiches, really? Ew, I don't like mayo. I used to, when I was poor living on my own, which I'm poor now, but I have a wife. But when I was really, really poor as outside of being, when I, from high school, I ate a lot of mustard sandwiches, cheap bread and just mustard. Mayo sandwiches. I can't do mayo sandwich. Thank you. From Craig, she says, I checked your subscribers and you almost gained 2,000 subs since I checked last. Thank you. Yeah, nice, right? We're working hard on it. Thanks to everybody like you guys. We're up over 4,000. Now we need to get to 100,000 so that we can make more than $1 a month. That's my goal. You like tomatoes and mayonnaise sandwich? Yeah, I like tomatoes and mayonnaise too, if it's good mayonnaise. We're having, 4,000, a little bit over like 4,010 subscribers. So I guess I'm 90 away from my next goal. I shoot low, instead of putting the bar like at 10,000, I shoot for really low. 4,100, woohoo! If I can get to that, then I feel like I accomplished something. I have to join you along back. Yes. Pat likes that too. When is the party, David? Nisha, well, okay. All right, let me get you the party schedule. Because there's a lot going on, everybody. Let me get everybody up to speed on the party schedule. Because, all of you guys are invited, of course. So Lorelai is going to a big fancy party in a couple of weeks. I'm trying not to go. Then Lorelai and I have our wedding anniversary coming up. I got to figure out where to take my wife for a wedding anniversary. We're not going out of town because we're poor, but I got to take her to dinner. We are going to have a Halloween party again. We're going to have a Christmas party again. Lorelai has another Christmas party that she's going to go to that I'm going to not try to go to. And then, everybody, here's what's really important. And we'll be talking a lot about this. My wife turns 40 years old next year, and she's having her gigantic 40th birthday party next spring. She's got a budget. She's going to rent a facility. She's already got her dancing dress. She is getting ready for her big time party. So that's the party schedule for the next 6 months. You have joined me. I think I have. I've subscribed to your channel, yes, the other day. I'm doing good. A bit of headache, but I can manage. Don't stress yourself. Craig says, I'm not coming to your freaking house. Are you crazy? Man, you people are nuts in America. Our wedding anniversary is in about 3 weeks. I have to look it up exactly. She writes it down for me and leaves me a note, so I don't remember it. She just puts a big number on my dresser. She'll do it in a few days. So then I know what the number means. But here real soon. Good to hear, Nisha. Pat says, wow, that's nice. Wow. Well, got to go because I have school tomorrow. But I'm glad I got to stay for a bit tonight. Appreciate you, Lawson. Get your rest, and we'll see you soon, my friend. Be safe. Glad you're feeling better. Have a good night. Bye, Chef. Good night. So that's our party schedule coming up. There's probably one or two smaller ones that I don't really know about or want to know about. But that's what we're doing. And then, if we get lucky enough, we're going to try to go on a cruise late next year. We're also going to try to move to another state. I don't know. Man, our life is chaotic. Plus, I got to get a new pacemaker in a couple of weeks. They have to change my pacemaker here pretty soon. So we got a lot going on, guys, I'm telling you. But we are apparently having a Halloween party again. I don't know exactly what the date is yet. I'm sure we'll live stream it. We'll do a Christmas party again. I'm sure we'll live stream it. Lorelei's birthday party will be live streamed, but truly, we're going to invite everybody in God's creation to come to Lorelei's 40th birthday party, because if I'm going to pay all of this money to rent a freaking building, by God, it better have a lot of people in it. So, so that's coming in spring, so we got time to work on that. But I know she's very excited about it. I don't know what she's going to be doing as part of her party. I don't know. I know they're going to dress up fancy and take pictures and karaoke. Dennis is asking, where is HTN and Mother Hubbard? I don't really know. Henry pops in once in a while. Doesn't usually stay too long. Bai pops in and then usually immediately does a live stream. So she's probably doing a live stream tonight, Dennis. I don't really know. But I talked to Henry the other day, but he couldn't stay long. I was asking him when he was going to go to the Philippines, but I don't think he's got that figured out yet. So he might be in Bai's channel. He may be. I've seen Bai's channel once in a while. It doesn't seem like Henry's there very much, to be honest. But he may be there on, incognito or something. Millions of photos that no one will ever look. I agree. Such a waste of time and energy. I know, Dennis. But you know how it is. Dennis, I know you know how this is. That's what Henry told me, that he will go. Yeah, he's been telling us that he's going to go to the Philippines. I asked him the other day, but he didn't give me an answer if he got his ticket bought yet or not. I know Bruce Davis has got his ticket, and he leaves in a couple weeks to go to live in the Philippines. So a lot of the other guys that I know have got their tickets and they're on their way. I just don't know about Henry, and I don't know if he is going this year or not. Craig says, I don't enjoy the parties. Just look back at all. Yeah, I know. I call it peacock, and I was telling my brother today, we were laughing about it, I told him, I said, here's what we're doing for Lorelei's thing. And I said, I offered to take her on a trip, or she could have a party here at the house, but she would, they want a peacock. And so they're going to do a big peacock party, is what they're going to do. Pat says, I'm going to try to leave out next year to the Philippines, get some money saved up. Yeah, you got to have money saved. You got to have a good passport and all of that, and got to have some money in the bank. Got to go there in the summer? Yeah. In the summer, I'm going to move into Dennis's house. So, and then I'm going to fly over to Craig's house and live in his house. But, so they're going to peacock. Lorelei's already bought her one of her, I guess she has to have multiple dresses for her birthday party. This is what she's saying. She has to have the birthday dress, and then she's like, well, don't you think I need another dress for dancing? And I'm like, I don't think anything. I've decided I don't think for anything. Dennis says, I'm waiting for an invite from the Golf Throat Maria. Well, here, let me make this easy. Maria, you are welcome to come to our house or to come to America for my wife's birthday party. Dennis knows where we live. He can just come along. Dennis is in his own, he is. Dennis is always in his own word. Nisha, you're welcome to fly in for Lorelai's birthday too. Now, if I happen to win the lottery, like the $1.4 billion, which I won't, but I'm trying, maybe I'll buy some airline tickets for a couple of people. I don't know. Yes, Nisha in a bubble. So, but I understand women. I understand that girls only turn 40 once. Now, I do realize that men only do it once too, but we don't care. I will fly, absolutely. Fly here, bring your sister, bring everybody you want. Dennis will fly in. You guys can have a good time. I'm just telling you. We will have plenty of room at the, because she's going to book a, what do you call those? A building? What are they called? A venue? Whatever. You know, a building, or a party building that has all the tables and chairs and, you know, all of that stuff in it. Nisha's on fire, yes. Delusional already, imagining the day with her. I know, that's what Dennis does, Nisha. Imagine. She is on fire. You got to remember, Dennis, she's quick and smart. Dennis Mullen, great, you're invited, see? Dennis is always invited. Officially a MILF. Oh, my God. Oh, Craig, you're a troublemaker. Wow, thanks, Maria. See, you guys can meet here. Craig doesn't want to come. Craig's already said, will she seriously come? I don't know, but she's invited just like you are. Even Pat's invited. We'll even invite Pat. Sure, she'll come, fly over. You know, it's only a day's trip. I mean, what are you worried about? You can come over and go golfing at the American golf courses. We have seriously, right here in our community, we have a LPGA golf course right here. They put on I think it's coming up, they put on a LPGA tournament, literally, 4 miles from my house, 5 miles from my house. Ooh, Nisha. She said, Dennis, if she comes, you might have a chance. Pat says, I have to get a chance. So Mark has to work. I don't jive way coming, brother. Don't drive. Brother, come. I got you. All right. You're excited than anyone. That's right. You're more excited than anybody. That's right. You don't have a way to get going. Okay, to go. I got you. But at least you know you're invited. How's that? You got that? Well, if you need wings to go here, just drink some Red Bull. It gives you wings. You know. Philippine Air flies into Los Angeles, and then you take a plane from LAX to Dallas, then Dallas to here. That's all you got to do. So, Philippine Air goes from Cebu to LA directly. Nisha says, Dennis, I'm just excited for your meeting between you two. And diabetes. Craig. Oh, my goodness gracious. Craig, what are we going to do with you, man? I have to decide this. Okay, you guys let me know what you think. So I've given Lorelai a budget for her party, because otherwise she's going to nickel and dime it and just drive me crazy, right? Which I don't really care. So I've decided I gave her a budget. So here's your budget for your party. What I'm trying to decide, if I should, in that budget, include the price of her birthday cake. because I'm going to probably go to a bakery and have a very nice cake made for her birthday. But I'm trying to decide if I'm going to deduct it out of her budget or if I'm just going to pay for it and not deduct it out of her party budget. What do you guys think? Should I take it out of Lorelai's party budget or should I just pay for it? Dennis says, slow down, Nisha. I have no contact information, etc., etc., etc. So Maria won't even give me her contact information so I can reach out to her and flirt with her. But still, Dennis. So what do you guys think? Should I pay for the cake or should I take it out of the party budget? She has a pretty decent party budget. Let me just say that. How much did you underestimate the party? Well, I've given her a budget of $2,500. She's already spent $100. And the venue's going to run $600 to $800, I think. So she can afford to buy her own cake, I guess. I don't know. But Lorelai's really good at managing money. She's very good at managing a budget. She really is. Include the cake into the budget? Yeah. Take it out of the budget? Yeah. Now, I might buy a new shirt for her party. Should I charge her for that too? Should I make her pay, Include instead of include. I'm with you, Craig. I'm with you. Now, we're not going to have all of it catered, she said. She wants to make some of the food, and others are going to make food, but we'll probably pay some restaurant to make certain dishes. Good luck with that. I know, Craig. I know, my God. But you only turn 40 once. Or she only turns 40 once. I turn 40 every other day. So it's a really big deal for her, and I want her to have a good time. So I think we can pull it off for that, I hope. The key will be how much drama happens. Well, I don't have it, Nisha. Nobody will give me the $5 million, Nisha, and I'm very disappointed. I don't know what else I got to do. I keep e-begging for $5 million, and all I want is $5 million. I don't know, Nisha. I wish somebody would tell me how to get somebody to donate that money to me. Because remember, I'm going to take half and spend $2.5 million on a house, use the other $2.5 million to pay the taxes and insurance and stuff. And remember, guys, I do not want the house. It's not for me. I won't enjoy it one single bit. I won't enjoy the view of the water. I won't enjoy the boat that comes with it. I won't enjoy the swimming pool or the fancy kitchen. It's all for my wife because that's what my wife deserves. Not for me, remember that. That'd be awesome. Can't wait to see the video. Yeah, we'll do a vlog for it. We definitely will. I met a beautiful Filipino. She was 35 years old from Cebu and Jonas Channel's YouTube. Told me he had to unsubscribe, make new YouTube. Again, this Filipino was going to know one other. All right, we'll just keep trying it, Pat. She was single looking for a future husband. Well, that's you. You're single. Nisha, you scared off Maria. Or maybe she has a boyfriend. That's Dennis's way of asking Maria. Maria, do you have a boyfriend? She subscribed to your YouTube? Okay, great. You want me to vet her, Pat? Nisha likes that. Dennis, thanks for trying, my Indian friend. Trying, thank you for helping to get the love connection. I don't scare off. Maria says, come back. Don't be scared off, Maria. Don't do it. Don't run away. Don't run away. Well, good, Pat. Pat's looking for a single lady. But if you want to send me her info or her link or her page or whatever, her channel, let me know, Pat. I'll be happy to check it out. So, but yeah, we will definitely vlog her party, trust me. I mean, you like Craig was saying earlier, even if the internet didn't exist, the Filipinas will still take 100 million pictures of themselves, even without internet. So think about that. Now that we have internet, it will definitely be a party to remember. So, all right, no worries, Pat. No worries. Just trying to help you out. Come on, try harder. That's right. Well, all Maria has to do is check Dennis out, and she'd go, "Woo, what a handsome young man he is." Maria's probably worried that Dennis isn't any good at golf. That's probably the hang-up. Send it on Facebook? Nice. All right, good. Understandable, Pat. I got you. So that's our, Nisha, that is our party schedule for the next 6 months. As far as I know, that's all there are, which I think is way too many. But they will definitely have another Halloween party and Christmas party and birthday party. That's right, Maria. Nisha says, Maria, at least you know that he's single, ready to mingle. Well, Maria's single too, if I remember right. Her sister is single too. Her sister is Ruby. Dennis, I've been get hot Filipina after me, brother. Woo. Pat has a hot Filipina after. Is that what you're saying, Pat? You got a hottie after you? Or Dennis has hotties. Dennis always has hotties. You ought to see some of his non-Filipina girlfriends. Maybe Craig says, worry about the different size balls. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Craig, how do you know they're different sized? How do you know they're different sized? Dennis likes that, Nisha. Pat says, yes, I got a hot single Filipina chick after me, buddy. Pat the stud, that's right. Oh, my Lord, I know. Yes, Dennis, your love story in it before it even started. Man, Nisha is on fire, Dennis. Woo! Man. Lord have mercy, Dennis. Nisha just lit you on fire. So, man. Wow. And all this time, Dennis, didn't we think Nisha was such a sweet, kind young lady? And here she is lighting Dennis on fire. She lit him on fire and said, there you go, buddy. There's 35-year-old girls, 25 and up. All right. Well, remember to put your best face forward, Pat. Present yourself well, look good, talk good, look sharp, dress sharp. Make those women go, woo-wee, I like me some Pat. Doggies. So you got to put your best shoe forward. Sorry, Dennis. Better luck next time. Boy, she is on fire tonight. Man, she's just a whooping you. At least Nisha didn't cost my 1 peso. There you go. I know, man. Pat says, that's right. Right, Dennis. Best face forward. So many lines. I know, Dennis, Craig. You know, you got to look good and sharp, man. Put your tropical shirt on. Put your hat on. Get your glasses all squared away. You know, shave your face and look all pretty. Put a little cologne on and get in front of that camera and say, where's my hat? And say, hey, baby, how are you? Is it hot in here or is it just you? Where you been all my life? That's right, Pat says. So, everybody will get married eventually. One way or the other, I guess. My wife doesn't let me date, so I don't have any hot chicks date after me anymore. Woo! Nisha says, yeah, Dennis, You can have any women you want, just not Maria. Ooh, 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 ooh. Man. I think Maria's just shy. I think she's just shy. There she is. It's me. It's Maria. Woo, Nisha. Kanisha's in the house. How are you, Kanisha? Good to see you. Everybody say hello to Kanisha. Maria is back, smoking hot, ready to go golfing. Dennis likes that, Nisha. Hey, Kanisha, you girls have the similar names. Your names are similar. Everybody said hello to each other, by the way. If you haven't subscribed to each other, please do. Maria, are you single? Now Nisha is going to play matchmaker. Maria, you're on the spot. Are you single and ready to mingle? Tim's in the house. Good evening, Pack. How are you, Tim? How was the gym today? Maria is playing hard to get. That's because she's a professional golfer and she knows how to play them games, Dennis. She knows how to play. How you doing, Pat? Everybody's good to see each other. That's right, Dennis. Maria. WTH, what the hell? Is that what it is? I gotta try to get caught up here, man. Kanisha says, and ready to mingle. Hi, Kanisha. Hello, everybody. Tim says, everybody say hello to Tim. Let's go. Let's go, Maria says. Hey, Tim from Craig. Craig is saying hello to you, Tim. Maria says, hey, Tim. How are you, Nisha? The gym was good today. The back aches. Okay. Dennis says, now, wait a minute, young ladies. I'm shy, too. You know, I'm not as easy as David's making me out to be. You know, if you want my attention, you got to bring something to the table. You know. How you doing, Craig? Doing good, Kanisha. Maria's hello from Tim. Dennis is shy. Oh, yes, he's shy. You got to work to get Dennis's attention. You know, Dennis just isn't some cheap Canadian, you know. I do know Shooting Star. I've known him for a long time. Bruce, Shooting Star, yes. Known him for a long, long time. I think he's living in the Philippines currently, if I remember right. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah, I know Bruce. I think he's in the Philippines, or he was. Tim says, hello, hello, hello. Bruce is a good guy. He is. Bruce is a good guy. He's one of the ones that have been around a long time. And yes, he's a good guy, Pat. Dennis is the biggest donator here. He is. He is. Dennis has been one of the biggest donators to all of our fundraising attempts, which we appreciate. So he's very generous in heart, mind, and spirit to many people, whether you know it or not. So, he's living in Texas now. All right, that's what it is. Okay, I believe that. I thought at one time he was going to move to the Philippines or move to the Philippines. So, I don't disagree that he probably lives there now. So, but Bruce Shooting Star has been around a long time. Beck, I don't think Shooting Star is in the Philippines now. Okay, that's what Pat was saying, that he was back in America. Kanisha says, my whole arm, my right arm is hurting. Why is that, Kanisha? Why is your arm hurting? Why is it your right arm, not your left arm? He does sing a lot on his channel. I don't really do the singing channels very well. But he's a good guy. Bruce is a good guy. He's an older guy, but he's a good guy. He's a safe YouTube channel. But yeah, he may be back in America now. Nisha says, I was enjoying it too much, but I gotta go. I have a great day. Nisha, we appreciate you, young lady. Let me say hello to you from the wife. I know she will be bummed that you were here and she missed you. So Nisha, we appreciate you. Take care and keep up the good work and keep studying, all right? And it really was good to see you. I'm glad you're doing good. Everybody say goodbye to Nisha for me. Right? Sure is. Yeah, all right. He would have got a hold of you if he was there, Tim says. Yeah, I don't disagree, Tim. He probably is in America. Dennis says, bye. Have a good night, Nisha, from Maria. New tattoo, Nisha. There you go. Yeah, maybe she got a new tattoo. Good night, Nisha, from Pat. Nisha, bye, everybody. Dennis, you still have a chance. Try hard. Woo-wee. Bye, Nisha. Nisha, take care. Nisha. Oh, my gosh, Nisha. Yeah, I can't remember Tim, but he's retired now. Maybe that was the big deal. About a year ago, he officially retired, if I remember right, or a year and a half ago. Then Shooting Star Bruce finally had a retirement. Thinking of that, I haven't seen Ken in a while, and his retirement's coming up, but I haven't seen Ken in a while. Craig, well, that's a good question. He asked Craig, Kenesha, you know. No, I don't have a new tattoos, Craig, but it was a good question. Well, then what's wrong with the right arm? Because most people use the left arm. But, Timmy's channel was on a while back. Her and somebody else have hooked up, if you didn't know that. So I gotta think of his channel name now. I lost his channel name. So, but I haven't seen Ken in a while. I know he's excited about moving to the Philippines full time. Yeah, all right. So I knew that part, right, Tim? I was thinking that's what it was. So I couldn't remember if he had moved to the Philippines or if he just retired. Oh my God, wife alternates, yes. But Bruce is a good guy. But I know Ken is excited. I think he's got about a year left before he completely retires and goes to the Philippines to live. So I know last time I talked to him about that, he was really excited. Chasing Tell and I think Timmy are dating, if you guys didn't know that. So good for them. They're both good people. So excited for them. And Bruce Davis got married and is going to the Philippines permanently in a week or two. Yeah, Ken Unger. I'm so sorry for being rude, Craig. Uh-oh. Kenesha says, I'm so sorry for being rude. Well, I don't think you were rude. I don't think you were rude, so it's okay. But why is your arm hurting? We still haven't got to the bottom of why your right arm is hurting. That was the question. I know why Dennis's arms hurt. Can anybody guess why our good friend Dennis has sore arms? You don't know why it hurts? All right, did you hurt it? Did you play bowling too much? Craig says, no worries, I'm just a joking smartass from Australia land. All right. Are you doing anything to make it feel better, Kenesha? Did you put any cream or ice or heat on it? Are you resting it and taking care of it? He has about 18 months. Right, okay, Tim. I know he's getting close. Last time I talked to him, he's getting more and more excited. Or he's counting the months. So Ken's a great guy, and I know he's going to have a really good time in the Philippines. So he's a good guy. He just got to sell some more cars, and then he's out of here, right, Tim? But I haven't, yeah, so Ken was on about a week or two ago, I think 3 weeks ago. And Chasing Tell Outdoors was on. And we haven't seen anything from, what's his face? God, I forgot his name already. Yes, never worked for it. Okay. I forgot the name of the gentleman that always hung out with, God, how can I forget his name? Of the Yank in the Philippines on his live streams. I haven't seen him in months and months and months. How can I forget his name? He was always on Tony's live streams. There's only one a lot of times. I haven't seen him in a long time. He hasn't been around forever. Kiko, there you go. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Man, that totally just went. Yeah, haven't seen him in quite a while. Hope he's doing well. I know one time I talked to him, he said that he was kind of, needing to find more to do in life. He was thinking about doing some volunteer work. So maybe he got busy and, found a nice hobby or something to do. So, good guy. Hope he's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. I haven't heard wheels on the bus go round and round. He sent me a message today. So, he sent me a funny cartoon today. Anthony did. Forgot where I was going. Oh, I haven't seen, has anybody seen or heard anything from Michael McFarland? Tim says, hello to you, Dennis. Michael McFarland. Haven't seen anything from him in a long time. Haven't seen anything from Jack in a long time. So a lot of those guys seem to have gone to the wayside, I guess. I don't even know if Anthony's still doing his one-on-one live streams in the mornings on Fridays or not. I don't know. So I don't get up early in the mornings anymore. My wife works late now, so I don't get up early at all. Because I usually don't get to go to sleep until about 2 a.m. now. Not, oh, you work for me. Not. Yes, never worked for it. Are you talking about your arm? Dead? Tony's still doing a weekly thing, is he? All right. I just don't get up that early anymore, and, plus, no offense to Tony, but it's the same conversation over and over and over and over. The wheels on the bus go round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Same conversation over and over and over and over and over. So, but, not things is working for me. Okay. So, but Tony's a good guy, he's a good guy. I wish him well. He popped in a while back. He's been on the live streams a couple of times in the last few months, our live streams. But it's hard, I saw Ronald the other day. He was out and about. Ronald was here when his woman was in Cavite and he was stuck at home bored by himself. So when Ronald had nothing to do, because his woman was gone, he came and hung out with us. No smoking or booze. Health issues now. Tony? Wow, no smoking or booze. Tony's having health issues? Wow. Man, health issues in the Philippines will put you in the grave, I can tell you that. You don't know what's wrong with your arm? Okay, all right. Well, can I give you some advice? Just don't hurt it. Keep it from overextending it. Don't rotate it. Don't bother it. Just let it get a lot of rest, okay? I get up early, but that is for the CR. Health with who, CP? Yeah, Craig is saying Tony is having some health issues. Which I'm telling you guys, I love the Philippines, but I've switched my opinion about the healthcare in the Philippines. I used to give it like a 5. And after all the people that we've known that have died for simple things that they would have not have died for in America, I have to give it a 0. So, Kanisha says, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's the best thing. Just keep it and let it rest. Really just take care of it, let it rest. Don't keep doing this because it hurts. Just let it rest. Yeah, well, that's too bad for Tony. You know, that's sad. I hope he gets better. Hope he can get the medicine he needs. But no smoking's good. No drinking's a shock. Especially the cheap beer that you can get from Lazada, right? But poor old drunken Michael McFarlane, I haven't seen him in forever. I think he gave up on YouTube. And I don't know whatever. We had to ban Jack Hobson off of the channel. But I don't know whatever happened to him. You just hope your arm feels better. You got to give it a few days of rest, okay? Trust me on this one. I'm old, I'm fat, and I've had a lot of injuries. The key is to let that arm rest, take it easy on it, and give it a chance to let your body repair the damage. As long as your arm isn't black and blue and swollen up, you'll be all right. If it's black and blue and swollen, go to the hospital. That's my best advice for your arm. What did I do? Well, it's already 10:30 here at night. What did I have for dinner? Oh, I had a tuna fish sandwich. That's what I had. I had a tuna fish sandwich. That's what I had. I got to grill some ribs tomorrow for my wife because we're out of chicken. So she needs her protein. So I got to cook ribs tomorrow. What are you having for dinner, Tanisha? Tim, you're exactly right. That's the problem. The lack of action is the problem in the Philippines. I'm not saying the facilities are horrible, and I'm not saying that the doctors are horrible. What I'm saying is they don't have the ability to make decisions and to put things in action. You're right, they're scared. Dennis says, thanks again, Super Pack, for the live stream. Again, anytime, Dennis. We love having you. Thank you. One of these days, Maria will actually give you her contact information so you can flirt with her in person. I'll see what I can do to facilitate that. So, but we appreciate you, Dennis. Get some rest. Kanisha says, no, it's not black or blue. Good. As long as it's not discolored or swollen, you know, let it rest and you'll be okay. Everybody say goodnight to Dennis. But I got to cook. I got to go to the doctor tomorrow. Then when I come home, I guess I got to cook some ribs for Lorelai. You know, she likes to eat food, and I don't know why. Pat says, see ya and good night. Take care, Dennis. Good night, Dennis. Everybody say, see you later, Dennis. We appreciated you being here tonight. So Kanisha, what are you having? What did you have for dinner? Pat, what did you eat for dinner? Tim, what did you eat today? Craig, I want to know what you ate because you're in a different country. I got a lot of doctor's appointments. I do too. They got to check my lungs out, my heart out. You know, they're checking everything out because I'm having issues. So they're going to be scoping and poping me and changing my pacemaker and all kinds of stuff. Wow, you had pizza for dinner. Holy crap. I like pizza. I really do. I don't get to eat pizza very much because I eat it all and I'm fat. Had chili and crackers. Nice. I like chili and crackers. Tim says, I will have McDonald's today. All right. Nice. I had a tuna fish sandwich. Young Miss Bai is in the house. You just missed Dennis. Young Miss Bai, Dennis was asking about you. Busy doing household chores? Nice. Dennis was asking when Henry was coming to visit you. You literally just missed him a second ago. I don't know what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I got to make ribs for Lorelei. You're still having issues with your arms and legs and fingers. Uh-oh, that's not good. Tim is saying hello to you, bye. Pat's going to say hello to you. Yeah, Poppy Dennis was in the house asking about you. It's a pain. It is a pain, man. Hey, Pat, good to see ya. We're going to go to the movies this weekend. I'm going to, can I tell you a funny? How are you doing, young Miss Bai? Kanisha is asking. I'm going to tell you a funny story. My wife was complaining and said, this is how great of a husband I am. Let me just tell you how great of a husband I am. My wife was telling me last night that apparently her and I never really dated because, we met on Facebook and then I flew to the Philippines. We knew we were going to get married, blah, blah, blah. We go out on a lot of dates, but it's not like I ever asked her. Apparently, I never asked her out on a date. So guess what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to ask her out on a date, and we're going to go to the movies and watch the new Conjuring movie. So I'm going to ask her out on a date. See how great of a husband I am? How I listen to my wife? Tomorrow, I got to Hot Spring Sulphur with... Tomorrow, you're going to a hot Sulphur Springs. We have those locally here. We have Sulphur Springs, literally a town right over there. And we have the, in the country, we have a place called Hot Springs, about 4 hours from my house, which is a big town built up around natural hot springs. The first natural park in America is at Hot Springs, Arkansas. Kenesha says, or Miss Bai says, Kenesha, I am doing good. Her arm is hurting right now, young Miss Bai. Kenesha's arm is hurting. So I'm going to be a great husband. Everybody give me a thumbs up for being a great husband. And maybe tonight when my wife comes home, I'm going to ask her to go out on a date this weekend. Because she says I never asked her out on a date. Well, I never thought of that, Craig. I never thought of that. I guess if she says no, that means I save money. And then that means I don't have to take her out on any other dates for the rest of my life, right? Because we do go out a lot, but I've never apparently asked her out on a date. So if she says no, that means I don't ever have to go again. Cool. Pat says when you get settled in Alabama, find a small place, you come vacation there. Win-win. That's right, Craig. In Alabama, we're going to try. We're going to work on it. I got to get unstuck out of traffic and figure out how to pay for a house in Alabama. But since I can't get anybody to give me $5 million to buy a house, I got to figure out how to buy one myself. So I really am looking forward not to living in the cold weather and to be able to go fishing on a regular basis. Saltwater fishing on a regular basis. I'm going to go fishing this week, by the way, guys. So, yep, there in Alabama. A lot of small country places in Alabama. We really like, the Foley side of Alabama. She might want a chaperone to go on the date with. She might need one. She may need a chaperone. We didn't have a chaperone in the Philippines. I had to explain to her when I landed in the Philippines the first time, look, you got to give me 10 minutes. I just got off of a 30-hour flight. My back is broken because the airplane hit the airstrip so damn hard, I thought we were all going to die. So, quit attacking me in the taxi. You got to give me a couple of minutes to catch my breath. I'm going to die here. I can't even breathe. First time in the Philippines, my breath was taken away. After hitting the tarmac, that's what they're called, the tarmac, about broke my back. So, but yeah, she may want a chaperone. But we didn't have one in the Philippines the first time. So you just never know. Then y'all found it. Well, she found heaven. Woo! She found heaven. I presented heaven to her, and I haven't been able to get rid of her since. But yeah. But in the Philippines, you're right. I've heard a whole bunch of stories of the girl saying, "Oh, by the way, I need to bring my cousins all with me to go on the date with me." So the poor guy that shows up in the Philippines to date his LDR now has to take the entire family out on a date, and open up that wallet. But yeah, so I'm going to ask her out on a date because she said I never asked her out on a date. She was watching some sappy, Hallmark or Lifetime movie about dating and, falling in one of those sappy girl movies that drives all of us crazy is what she was watching. I'm like, I'm like, why can't we just watch something where they kill each other? I get in less trouble when we watch movies where they kill each other. Wow, met the aunt, she grabbed me on the ass. Woo, man. So she was saying, hey, if it doesn't work out between you two, I'm here too. She's like, I can be your backup, sweetie, I can be your backup, just in case. Look, I know guys that have done that, believe it or not. They've gone over to meet one LDR, and they liked the sister better, and went with the sister or the cousin better, Kanisha says, I'm back in the house. I still have a hurt arm, but I am back. After the sister did, yeah, I know. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. All right, young Miss Bye. Good night to you. GT3 in the house. You again. That's right, GT3. I'm in the house again. Thank you, Miss Bye, for coming in, saying hello, and the thumbs up, by the way. Enjoy your day in the Philippines, young lady. Kanisha, yes, the arm is still hurting. See you, bye. Pack, maybe you need to serenade her outside the window for a few weeks. Oh, my God. I'd be arrested for disturbing the neighbors, man. GT3, I do remember you come into the live stream some. Give us a refresher course about you. But I do remember you coming in. I think you're friends with Lawson and or, gosh, I forgot his other name. Nisha Verman, hello again. Nisha's back in the house. She ran Dennis off. Dennis left. Dennis ran and hid. Since Maria said, hello, GT3. Do it in the summer then. There you go. I hate when my arm hurts. Well, I understand that. We all hate it when we're in pain. Some of us old people like me, Dennis, Pat, Craig, we all hurt. I think Maria did. I mean, Maria may have a lot of suitors. So, or maybe she's playing hard to get. But she does have a busy life. I've talked to her a couple of times. Besides the golfing, she actually works full time. She has a busy life. She's high functioning in the Philippines. GT3 says GTG. Pat says, that's right, Brother David. That's right, man. Woo-hoo! She's just smart. She is smart. I can't remember the exact job, but I know she does a high-functioning job in the Philippines. So, and her sister, Ruby is smart too. She is busy, Nisha. She seems to be a very good person. She does. She seems to be talented and very smart. Like you, very talented and very smart. Just like my wife. So Nisha, I got to ask my wife out on a date this weekend is what I'm doing. My wife told me last night that I've never asked her out on a date. So now I'm going to ask her out on a date when she comes home tonight. See if if she'll go on a date with me to go watch a movie. Yeah, I got to ask her out. She said I never asked her out on a date. You know, I mean, she blew my wedding proposal. I was going to do a fancy wedding proposal in the Philippines, but that didn't go well. Good in the day and bad in the night. Perfect. That's right. You want them to be. That's right, Craig. I was going to say the terms, but you're right. I can't count the pain-free days I've had in the past 25 years on one. I can't either. It's what I've told my wife is you don't understand. I don't have a pain-free day. Never. Every day I hurt. Kanisha, this is the first time my stat hurts. You mean your arm hurts? Nisha, close your ears. What they say, Craig, is what do you want? You want a princess during the day and a whore during night? So close your ears, Nisha. So is that what that's saying, what you're alluding to? Yes, your arm is hurting. Well, do you have anything like an aspirin that you can take? Would it be okay for you to take an aspirin? If it's not okay with your family or your religious beliefs, don't take it. But if maybe you have an aspirin, or you can put an ice pack on it. So, Pat says, might have to check it. Yeah, you might have to have it checked out, Kanisha. That's right. You did take one? All right. You just got to give it time to work. Do something to get your mind off of the pain in your arm. So here's what I want you to do, and this works every time. I want you to find a rock, okay? Listen to me. This works every time. You got pain in your arm. You said your right arm. So I want you to take a rock, and I want you to smash your left foot really hard. And I promise you, you won't feel the pain in your right arm anymore. She is smart. She knows what is to be done. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. You just got to deal with it. Sometimes we just got to work through the pain, you know? Pain is not fun or enjoyable, but a lot of times it is what it is, and we just got to bear and grin it, like Tim was saying. Kanisha says, okay, thanks. I was lying to you, Kanisha. Don't do what I said. All right? Don't follow my advice. Can I explain the treatment again, Nisha? Sure. All right. If your left arm hurt or your right arm hurts, you get a big rock or a board, anything, and you hit your left foot really hard with it. And then your arm will quit hurting because you'll have so much pain in your foot that you'll forget about the pain in your arm. So that's the joke. It's a joke. So don't really do that. But yeah, you know. And remember the other joke to that is, I went to the doctor one time and I told my doctor, "Doctor, my arm hurts every time I do this. Every time I do this, my arm hurts." You know what the doctor told me to do? Well, don't do this. Quit doing this and your arm won't hurt. Craig says, that's right. Or just get married and find the real pain. I agree with that. Wow, very true, Craig. That's right. Marriage can be a blessing, but it comes with some pain, bumps and pains along the way, right, Craig? I know Craig truly is very happy being married, but him and I both agree that there could be with the good comes, the bad. Like me, now I got to ask my wife out on a date. I mean, heck, I got away without having to do that, but now I got to ask her out. Man, troublemaking wives. If it wasn't for our wives, it'd be peace and quiet in the house. We're going to go watch a movie this weekend, a scary movie. Does anybody like scary movies? We're going to go watch The Conjuring. It's a scary movie. Because in America, there's not any other good movies on at the theater. There's nothing out there that's worth watching. Nothing at all. It's all stinky movies. So, Kenesha says, yes! Yeah, this is the latest one, Pat. The final chapter. So, it comes out tomorrow, Friday. It comes out tomorrow. I've watched all the others, but this is the latest one. Scare me, see no fun in it. Yes. I like the storytelling, to be honest. It doesn't scare me. The movies don't scare me. But I do like because these are real stories, true happenings. So I like that. I like real stories. Oh, yes. Children of the Corn also. Yes, that's an old movie. Chucky. Yes. Yeah, those were good movies, but, to watch. But I like true movies. I'm a big fan of whether it's horror, crime, whatever it may be. I like true stories. And these movies of The Conjuring are really true stories from the Warrens and their investigation into the paranormal here in America. So I'm very excited to see their latest one. I hope it's good. Pat says, I'm a very good fan of true stories too. Yeah, it's better if it's true. Even war movies. It's better if it truly happened. Nisha says, yep, it's like when you're watching movies and you're not feeling scared, but in the end comes based on, yes, I know, that's it exactly, the true thing. And I really like that, I believe that one too, yeah, Kenesha, have you heard? Kenesha's asking, have you heard of Heart Eye? I have not. What is that? Is that a movie? Heart Eye. No, I did not. Soaking in the hot tub bath might help your arm. That's true. That's true. Water always seems to make me feel better. Jane Roberts and Seth, that was true. I don't know that one either. Jane Roberts. I'll have to Google that. Kenesha says, I'll have to Google it, Kenesha. The Predator movies, they're okay. They're more of an action flick. But, yeah, they're okay. Jane Roberts. I did see the, and not to pick on you young people in India, but I saw the documentary, and I know you probably don't know it, but there was a mass murder of a family in India. Made big news in India a few years back. There's a documentary out about it, and it was really, really good documentary about this whole family that was murdered. Predator was about the church? Okay. They Live, Roddy Piper was in that, an alien movie? Yes, yes. Yeah, the Predator movies, they're okay. I just look at them as action movies. You know what I mean? I don't, The Perfect Storm was a good movie. I agree. That was good. Now, it's based on a true story, a hypothetical true story. Because obviously, since they all died, we really don't know what happened on the boat, right? But we know what happened on land with the humans, or the people that didn't die. But what happened on the boat, we really don't know. The other one, what was it, Captain Phillips, with Tom Hanks? That's a good movie. So I like that one a lot. With the Somali pirates. But yeah, I like real stories, I'll have to look up those other movies that you guys are talking about. See if I can check those out. But I'm a big crime person, is what I like. And I don't know, I just like real stories, I guess. Those are my favorite to watch. But that's what we're going to do this weekend. And now the real question about the date is this. All right, so I'm taking my wife out on a date. She says we've never been on an official date. I've never asked her to go out on a date. So, is it appropriate for me to make a move on her in the movie theater. Since it's our first date, can I make a move on her? And 2, I guess I got to pay for everything, right? And 3, should I share my popcorn with her? Or since it's our first date, should I make her get her own popcorn? Cheating or watching? I spent all day yesterday watching the spaghetti. Oh, I like those. The Clint Eastwood movies. I agree. I like the spaghetti westerns. I love the soundtrack, the music in them. The Italian westerns, yes. I expect it. So kind of crazy. But that's the question. What do you guys think? Do I make a move on the wife since it's our first date? Do I pay for everything? What about sharing my popcorn? Since it's our first date, do you share a drink together? Or do you get her, because now Lorelai and I, when we go to the movies, we buy one popcorn and one drink and we share it. But since this is our first date, I don't know if I should be drinking after her. I don't know if it's appropriate. And get her own popcorn and let her have yours. It's a scary movie. Yes. You should pay for everything. Man, Nisha, man. I actually think that's appropriate. Paying for everything. The guy should pay for everything on the first date since he's asking her out. But I don't know if I want her slobbering in my popcorn since it's our first date. I may not want to kiss this girl, and if I don't want to kiss her, I don't want her slobbering in my popcorn. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I do believe that if you're a dude, a guy, and I think there's only, male and female, and you ask a female out, then you should pay for it. But I do think the female shouldn't think you ought to buy food for all of her children, the neighbors, and everybody else. So I think there is a boundary. I don't think the women should abuse the fact by ordering a $700 thing of caviar just because some dude is paying for everything. But I do think the guy ought to pay. Tim says, well, tell her to get her own stinking popcorn and make sure you guys go Dutch. That's right. I'm just saying. It's a good question. All right, my friends, it's 11 o'clock here. It's time for me to get off of here. Lorelai will be home in about an hour and a half. So give me time to get squared away and get ready for bed. But let me just thank everybody for coming in. Remind you to give us a thumbs up. All of that good stuff. We appreciate everybody. I will let you guys know how the date goes if she goes out with me or not. I'll let you guys all know in the future. But Nisha, Craig, we appreciate you. Pat, Tim, Kanisha, Dennis, everybody in the house. We thank you all for being here for as long as you had. We appreciate you guys. Let's sign off and get some rest. See you guys. Enjoy. Take care. And be safe, everybody.